A staffer for Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson texted a staffer for Vice President Pence just minutes before the beginning of the joint session. This staffer stated that Senator Johnson wished to hand-deliver to the vice president the fake electors' votes from Michigan and Wisconsin. The vice president's aide unambiguously instructed them not to deliver the fake votes to the vice president.
Do not give that to him. Do not. Nope. Do not. Stop. This is a. Now, wait, there's a little bit of an update, actually, on this part of the amazing story since the hearing. On that last point, that Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin offered to hand courier to the vice president on January 6th the forged certificates for fake Trump electors. I mean, that was some new news today. But after that was revealed at the hearing, Senator Ron Johnson made very clear to reporters that he does not want to talk about it, to the point where he will fake being on the phone to avoid answering their questions about it.
How much did you know about what your chief of staff was doing with the alternate slates of electors? No, you're not. I can see your phone. I can see your screen.
Can you explain what your chief of staff was doing?
Does your chief of staff still work for you, Senator?
Can you explain what happened there? Why was your chief of staff even offering this to the vice president?
That's a complete non-story. We've issued a statement, and this is a non-story. I don't know what you're even concerned about.
Well, they said that your chief of staff was saying that you offered, you wanted to provide alternate electors in Michigan and Wisconsin to Vice President Mike Pence.
This was a staff-to-staff exchange, and I was, basically unaware of it, and the chief of staff contacted the vice president's staff, said, "Do you want this?" They said no, and we didn't deliver it, and that's the end of the story.
But why was he even asking for that?
Because somebody delivered this to our office and asked to deliver that to the vice president.
Did you support his efforts to try to get those slates to the vice president?
No, I had no knowledge of this.
Who's the person?
I had no involvement in an alternate slate of electors. I had no idea this thing would be delivered to us. Got delivered staff to staff. My chief of staff did the right thing, contacted the vice president's staff. They said didn't want it, so we didn't deliver it.
Who's the person?
Again, that's the end of the story.
A staff-to-staff contact. Yeah, to be clear, it was his chief of staff asking for Senator Ron Johnson to be allowed to have direct contact with the vice president so he could hand convey these forged documents. I had no knowledge of this. I was in the airport. A guy came up to me. He handed me this bag. It was ticking, and it had fertilizer coming out of it. I don't know who he is. I don't know what it was. He asked me to bring it on the plane. I just brought it on the plane.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in it. It was a staff-to-staff thing.
Also, I can see your phone.
How bad is the fake electors plot? It's so bad that Ron Johnson pretended to be on the phone. I mean, this is also pretty telling in terms of how concerned these guys actually are about potential complicity in criminal acts.
Still with me here in the studio are my colleagues, Chris Hayes, Joy Reid, Nicole Wallace. We are joined now by Ari Melber, MSNBC chief legal correspondent, the host of The Beat. Ari, when a senator pretends to be on a phone call and he isn't, as Nicole pointed out, that usually indicates that he's a little bit concerned about what he's being asked about. Calling it a non-story doesn't overshadow his very obvious efforts to avoid talking about it, which makes it seem like a very big story. Is there, now that we know that the U.S. Department of Justice is investigating the fake electors thing, though, is somebody like Ron Johnson right to worry about being implicated with this plot?
Yes. I mean, it is bizarre and baroque, but also important. I think you put your finger exactly on it. The facts matter. The evidence is breaking through, and not only to the public that's watching these, but to the people at DOJ that are monitoring them. So the usual duck and lie defense is giving way to much more careful denials. The idea that on the certification day of this election, with everything that everyone had lived through up until that point, Mr. Johnson's office was doubling as a kind of a homemade postal service is absurd. Oh, yeah, that's what we do. We process mail for the vice president and hand it to him for the Senate. I hate to do this, but to paraphrase Biggie Smalls,
Thank you.
Don't be mad, UPS is hiring. It's like, you don't work at UPS, you're not the mailbag for the vice president. And by the way, again, I know I'm saying something very obvious, but to the extent that the Trump view and or argument needed an airing, He is the number 2 official in the Trump administration. Yeah. He's a member of the losing campaign. He was familiar with all that. So to circle back to end on your question, Rachel, the legal problem is you can lie on the street. You can lie on TV. You cannot lie to the government.
Right.
You can lie in front of the courthouse, but when you walk inside it, it's perjury. You can lie in front of the Congress, but when you walk inside and submit fraudulent documents, even if you are in the government, and sometimes especially because it could be a second charge, you're in a different turf.